Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be solving a real interview question that was asked by LinkedIn, and the problem is called data science skills. And I'm solving this on Data Lemur, so you can follow along with me if you want. So let's get into it. Okay, it says, given a table of candidates and their skills, you're tasked with finding the candidates best suited for an open data science job. You want to find candidates who are proficient in Python, Tableau, and PostgreSQL. So it wants you to write a query to list the candidates who possess all of the required skills for the job. And you want to sort the output by the candidate ID in ascending order. Okay, cool. And we also know there's no duplicates in the table. And so they give us, they show us what the table looks like. There's two columns, one with the candidate ID and one with the skill. And then they also give us like an example over here. So we can see that there's three unique candidate IDs, and then we see that there's a skill associated for each row. And if we look at the output, it says that it only returns the candidate ID of 123. And that makes sense because we can see the candidate ID of 123. That person is the only person in the table who has all of the three skills that we want: the Python, Tableau, and PostgreSQL. And like the other ones, the other candidates, 234 and 345, either they have one or two of the skills that we want, or they don't have any of the skills. So we need to make sure that we're only returning the people who have all three of the skills. So to do this, I'm going to just first select everything from, I usually do this in the beginning. I just select everything from in this case it's called candidates, the table. Run that, and then it just shows me shows me who's in this table. You can see these IDs. And so we can sort of already predict what the output's going to be just by looking at this. So we want to only get 123 because that's the only one with Python, Tableau, PostgreSQL. And I guess in this case, the table that we're retrieving here is exactly the same as this example input. So I guess that's helpful because we just got to make sure our output's the same as the example output. Okay, so now I'm going to say select the candidate ID, and then I want to get the count of all the records, and then I'm going to say group by candidate ID. So this is going to count the number of rows associated with that person, each unique candidate ID. And so if I run that, you can see that there's three rows where there's candidate ID of 123, 2 rows of this person, 3 rows of this person of ID 234. And so we're going to keep on going. We're going to keep drilling down and going deeper and deeper, because right now I keep on running the code, but I'm doing this because I just want to show you how it looks like as I write these queries. So now I'm going to create a where statement, because we only want to get the rows where the skill is, and we can see we're using this column name over here, where the skill is inside, or it's part of either the Python skill, the Tableau skill, or the PostgreSQL skill. Make sure I spell that right. And so what this does is it basically only retrieves these records where the skill is either this skill, or this skill. It's basically just another condition. So if I run that now, it should be a little bit different. So now we got rid of 230. We got rid of the person of the candidate ID of 234 because that person doesn't have any of the 3 skills. And so you might think that we're done, but we're actually not, because we need to make sure that we're getting the people who have all three of these skills. So you can see this person, candidate ID of 345. That person has 2 skills, meaning that he doesn't have all 3 of them. We only want to make sure we're returning this guy of 123 here, because he has all 3 of them. And so how do we do that? Well, if we're using a group by statement or group by clause, then we can also do something called having. And you use having every time if you want to filter the results of what a group by statement gives you. So that's why you say having after the group by clause. And so I'm going to say having, and we want to make sure that we're only getting a count that's equal to 3, because we want to make sure that the candidates that we're retrieving has all 3 of the skills. So that's what this means. So if we run that, then we get the candidate ID, and we're getting the right person now, because all the other people who don't have all the 3 skills for the data science job, they're all out. We're only getting this person. And so we need to make sure we don't want to get this count anymore, because in the example output, it's only retrieving the ID. So I'm just going to get rid of this count, and then if I run that, then that should be good. I'm going to submit it. And it said we got it right. So that's good. Hopefully you learned something new. If you have any questions, let me know in comments below. And yeah, hopefully you found this helpful. Thanks for watching.